Muslims in America have been facing the discrimination, prejudice, and ethnocentrism of marginalization for far too long. For years, Muslims were making gains in their acceptance into American culture. Their main priority was to educate Americans about their faith. Since the attacks on September 11th, the Muslim community increasingly feels as though they are being pushed to the margins of our community's system. Following the attacks, Americans began to view the entire Islamic culture through stereotypical eyes. Society generalized Islam into a single militant state, ignoring the peaceful majority. This generalization came with political neglect, religious injustice, and a biased media portrayal.
As the marginalization of Muslims grows, they are pushed out of political systems. 2 years after 9/11, the number of Muslims running for political office went down 70%. This same year, not a single national politician appeared at a convention of 30,000 Muslims in Washington, D.C. Najee Ali, an activist with Project Islamic Hope, said one member in Congress even told him she would only be in a photo with him on the condition that it did not appear in any Muslim newspaper. The upcoming election has also brought a wave of purism. The Republican Party leaders talk strongly against Muslims. Donald Trump announced his idea of a temporary ban on Muslims immigration. In addition, Ted Cruz issued a statement that called for patrolling Muslim neighborhoods. While this party feels a Muslim ban would keep America safe, the peaceful Muslims are terrified and feel that they are being wrongly associated with radical Islamists.
This misassociation is largely due to biased media reporting. Reporters constantly use terms like jihadist or Islamic to describe violent outlaw groups such as Al-Qaeda. Using the term in this manner is highly offensive to the upright and law-abiding majority of Muslims in the United States. The entire Muslim community lives under the shadows of the extremist groups, continuously being judged and condemned for terroristic actions that they do not associate with. For example, after the attack on French weekly magazine Charlie Hebdo released a highly offensive cartoon mocking Allah. These media experts have failed to successfully explain Muslim Arab culture to the American public for years. Although media prejudice when it comes to Middle Eastern culture can be traced back decades, it has become increasingly evident today as we develop sophisticated media technology.
Concern to America is the Sharia law that a majority of Muslims abide by. Otherwise known as the Islamic law, it is the religious legal system governing the members of the Islamic faith. 30% of American Muslims believe it is legitimate to use violence against those that insult the Prophet Muhammad, the Quran, or Islamic faith. The American public believes that violent people use religion to justify their actions. A survey taken in December of 2015 found 46% of Americans think Islam is more likely than other religions to encourage violence. Therefore, when terrorist attacks occur, people directly look to marginalized Muslims who follow Islam. In a country that embraces multiple religions, Muslim faith continues to be pushed out by Americans. Mass protests are held outside of houses of worship, and hundreds put forth their best effort to prevent the construction of new mosques.